support you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another year of school. We're happy to have you. We're thrilled that we're back in school. We're excited to see your faces, at least part of your faces. And we're excited to have some kids back on our playground and being kids again. So, welcome back. I know we have a lot of kids going online as well, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But first thing I want to do is we're going to introduce our teachers. We have a few changes to our teachers and a few new teachers. Teachers teaching different grades, but let me just quickly go through each grade. So Mrs. Christensen is going to be teaching online, and she's going to be teaching those kindergartners that signed up to do online. Mrs. Jarrett is going to be teaching half day in the morning. Mrs. Matson, which she just changed her last name, but I can't remember what it is. She just got Burnett. Mrs. Burnett she's a new teacher, and we're thrilled to have her. She's going to be teaching full-day kindergarten. Mrs. Miles is also a new teacher, and she'll be teaching full-day kindergarten. Last year, she was an aide in our kindergarten. And Mrs. Stevens is a new teacher to our school, but she's taught at Mountain Shadows before, and she'll be teaching full-day kindergarten. So we're going to have 3 full-day kindergartens and 1 half-day and 1 online class. In first grade, our online teacher is going to be Mrs. Larson, and our other first grade teachers that will be here teaching are Miss Alvarado, Mrs. Davitt, and Mrs. Dilly. In second grade, our online teacher is going to be our new teacher, Mrs. Wagstaff. So if you signed up for online, you'll be taught by Mrs. Wagstaff. Mrs. Brigman, Mrs. Jessup, and Mrs. Knight will all be in second grade. Mrs. Jessup moved from kindergarten. In third grade, our online teacher will be Mrs. Collins. Boys and girls, you probably remember Mrs. Collins. She was our computers teacher last year. So she's moving in to teach third grade, but she's going to be online teaching our online students. Our other teachers will be Mrs. Chugg, Mrs. Drope, and Mrs. Gomez. Mrs. Chugg and Mrs. Drope moved from second grade up to third grade. Our fourth grade online teacher will be Mrs. Struthers. And our fourth grade teachers that will be here in the building are Miss Cosner, Mrs. Torgeson, and Mrs. Wahlberg, who last year was known as Miss Hacking. She got married, and now she's Mrs. Wahlberg, and she moved from third grade to fourth grade. In fifth grade, we have a new teacher named Mr. Boswell, and Mrs. Bolton and Mrs. Peterson will be in school, but our online fifth grade teacher will be Mrs. McAleer. I'm learning how to say it, which is our former Miss Walkner. Also got married this summer, and so she's now Mrs. McAleer. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Next, in sixth grade, we have our online teacher will be Mr. Walton. So if you signed up for online, you're lucky to have Mr. Walton be our online teacher. Our regular teachers will be Mrs. Hayward, Miss Shirtliff, and Miss Bodenhofer got married this summer, so she's now known as Mrs. Butterfield. She'll be here in the school. And we also have our special ed teachers. Miss Mitchell will be teaching K through 3 special education again, and Miss Gomez, or Captain, will be teaching 4th through 6th. Mrs. Karen will be our speech pathologist again, and Najme Hormanish, Dr. H, will be our school psychologist. And Miss Gutierrez is going to be our social worker again. In specials, we have Miss Ash is going to be teaching PE. Mrs. Denos will be teaching art. Music. And Mrs. Hagman will be teaching science, and our computer teacher will be Mrs. Badra. And Mrs. Turner will be teaching RTI again. And Miss Foote will be teaching art. Thank you.
If there is a Tamara Kelly in the building,
also, we have our coaches, Mrs. Carpenter, Miss King, and Mrs. Selk. They will be working with our teachers and helping them become better teachers. In preschool, we have a new preschool teacher. Her name's Mrs. Hershey, and she was a preschool aide last year, and we're excited that she's now our new preschool teacher. And of course, we also have Mrs. Adams, who will be teaching our parents in preschool, and Mrs. Anderson will be our speech pathologist for our preschool. In our community learning center, Mrs. Laura, or Rosa as she's known, she'll be teaching in our community learning center, teaching English to many of our parents. Okay, be sure to go online and like our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Columbia Astros. We put a lot of information there. This video will be there. Things that are going on at school and in individual classes are posted there. So make sure you get on Facebook and like the Columbia Astros page. We now have a message from our PTA.
Hey everybody, it's good to be back. I'm Becca Denos. I am the president this year of PTA. Super excited. It's kind of a weird year, but we do have a lot of things in the works for planning. It's going to look a little different. We won't probably have a lot of our skate nights and stuff like that just because of the social distancing and things that are happening. But please remember to go and sign up and be a part of our PTA. We need people. We need good ideas. We need new, fresh ideas. Just a couple of things coming up. We have Spirit Week, the second week of September, that couple of days after Labor Day. We'll send some stuff out on the Facebook page, on the PTA page. Also, be thinking about reflections. Everything is different this year. It'll be an online submission, and we'll make sure that we get the information out. The theme is I Matter Because is the theme for reflections this year. All of the entries will be due in early October, and we're looking forward to a fun year with PTA. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Be sure and go join PTA. We need all the support we can get, and they do so much for our school. All right. I've never formally introduced our assistant principal because she kind of started right before COVID. But we're very lucky to have an assistant principal at our school full-time, and her name is...
Hello, everyone. I'm Katie Crandall, and I'm the assistant principal for Columbia for this year. Super excited to be here again, and really, really excited to be here full-time. Can't wait to get to know all of our families and our students more, and I look forward to meeting all of you. So I'm going to talk really quickly about Title I funding. If you don't know, Columbia is a Title I funded school, so that means we receive some extra funding and extra benefits to help our students and our families. So those benefits include we are able to hire additional teaching staff for reduction of class sizes. So that's awesome. Smaller class sizes means more individual learning for your students and hopefully more growth and learning throughout the year. We have 3 sessions of full-day kindergarten this year and 2 half-day sessions, one being online. And then kindergarten teachers all have an aide to help them within their classroom, so even more individualization there. We do have a classroom assistant for every grade level, or most grade levels at this point. We're still looking for a few who help students with interventions. We have intervention instructional aides. We have the parent and preschooler program, which is run by Miss Adams. Teachers receive additional technology through Title I monies. And a couple of ways that's used, there were one-to-one Chromebooks for every student in grades 3 through 6 and one-to-one iPads for every student in grades K through 2. So every student has a technology device that they're allotted through Title I. We do have smart boards in a lot of our classrooms, which is nice for our teachers. We have 7 teacher specialists to help teachers with curriculum, and that allows for more teacher collaboration time, so we love that as well. We have extra professional development opportunities for teachers, We have the Family Learning Center, which is a great asset for us, which provides computer, English, GED, and life skills courses for adults. And the Family Learning Center helps our teachers by volunteering their time a couple of days a week to work on projects for teachers. They also offer books for any preschoolers, so if you need some books for your preschooler, stop on by. Title I monies also help us with family activity nights, grade level literacy nights, summer slide kits. They also help us afford district specialists, and so those people are Mason Wright is our technology specialist, Stacy Selk, our literacy coach, Sandy King, and Melinda Carpenter, our instructional coaches. We are allotted additional office assistants, and we need all the help we can get in the office, especially right now. So please be kind to them and when you come in and chat with them. Title I allows us to provide a designated time and date for teachers to participate in professional learning communities, or PLCs. And that allows teachers this year to have 2 days a week for a total of 120 minutes to meet as a team to review student data, curriculum, and just to be able to collaborate with specialists and each other so that our student interests are being met and our needs are being met. We are allowed to provide a fruit or vegetable snack on Tuesday and Thursdays, and this gives the students an opportunity to try something new and helps educate them about healthy eating. Keep your fingers crossed that that's still going to exist right now with COVID. There are a lot of things we're not sure of, but as of right now, we still anticipate having that. We have computer programs to help students develop their math and reading skills, such as Waterford, Success Maker, Imagine Learning, Lexia. Those are just a few. We have computers in every classroom available for student use, so if they need that hard drive computer, we have those for students. We have daily take-home libraries with books on students' reading levels for second grade and below. And that's it for Title I money. So hopefully now you have a better understanding of what our Title I funds help us to do for our school community. And if you have any ideas about that, please stop and talk with Mr. Yosby or I. I'm turning the time back over to Mr. Yosby.
Thank you. All right, I have a few things I just need to talk about quickly so you have an idea of how to get your kids in and out of school. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of changes, and things are going to be different for kids when they come to school. First of all, if you need to check in your kid late, let's say you get here a little bit late and you need to check your kid in. Well, we are going to have a table outside for about the first 15 minutes after school starts, and we'll have some of our secretaries out there checking kids in. So all you have to do for the first 15 minutes of school is just drop your kids off, watch them walk over to the table that's out front of the school, and our secretaries will check them in from there. They'll be tardy, and then they'll just head right to class. So you don't need to even get out of your car. Just drop them off. If you need to check out your child, that's going to change as well. So if you need to check out your child early from school, or if you have an appointment or something you need to get them to, what you'll do is you'll drive up to our drop-off and pickup lane. You'll call the office, and at that point, we will have one of our secretaries get the child and bring them out to you. They'll bring them right to your car, so you don't even need to come into the school. And when they bring them to your car, you'll need to have your ID ready in your car so that they can just quickly check, make sure you're the appropriate contact to pick them up, and sign them out. So you'll need to also just sign them out. So if they're late and you need to check them in, if they're later than the 15 minutes in the morning, what you'll do the same thing. You'll drive up to our drop-off pickup lane. You'll call the office, and one of our secretaries will come out to you to get the child. And then you'll just sign them in, and they'll bring them in 6 feet apart, of course. If your child is sick, you'll need to keep them home if they're sick at all. We've updated our attendance policies so to allow for more flexibility for children to stay home. Please keep your sick children at home. It is up to you as a parent to take their temperature each day. Make sure that they do not have a temperature before they come to school. We will only take their temperatures if we have any suspicion that they might be sick. But again, that's your responsibility before school to take their temperature. If a child is sick at all, we are going to be sending them home to you. We don't have any flexibility this year to keep sick kids at school. So please update your emergency contact list because our secretaries will be calling you. And if they can't get a hold of you because your child is sick, they'll next go to your emergency contact list. So go on Skyward, make sure those are all updated because we cannot have sick kids this year at school in any way. So please keep your sick kids home again, but also be ready and prepared to come get them if they do get sick. All right. I'm going to turn the time back over to Miss.
It's me again, Miss Crandall. Hey, I just wanted to let everyone know of a program that our school gets to participate in called Smart Smiles. So if your student is complaining about a toothache or needs a dental exam or needs a cleaning, any of those things, Smart Smiles is a program that actually they send hygienists into our school and they will actually complete those things for your child. There is a permission form you need to fill out. So if you're interested in Smart Smiles, please stop by the office. There are paperwork that kind of explains more about what the program is about, as well as giving your permission for them to be seen. But we're so happy to have them back in our buildings, and it's just one more service that we're hoping to help provide families with so that students can be successful. Because when they're in pain or when they're uncomfortable, we know they don't learn as well. So if you're interested, stop by and grab some papers. See you later.
All right. Thanks, Mrs. Crandall.